You can have this feeling anytime you choose.
Yo, what's up guys, here we are with the Air Max 90 Laser Blues from 2010. Give you the review I said I was going to back when I did the infrareds a couple of days ago. Well, now I got these for you, and there will be a comparison coming up. This pair is quite hard to compare to the infrareds I had because this pair has been worn where the infrareds were dead stock, but they're still a beautiful pair with great quality. I look forward to showing you guys all about these shoes because I know the Air Max heads really love their Laser Blues and infrareds. Laser Blues were the second release of the Air Max 90s from what I'm aware. There might have been all black colorway or something back in 1990, but I'm pretty sure the staples were the infrareds and the Laser Blues. I'm really a big fan of the Laser Blues. I like the infrareds, but I think the blue on these looks so much better with the mainly white color scheme instead of having that grey suede bit that runs across the middle of it. They still look nice, the infrareds, but these are definitely my go-to colorway, and I've seen lately on Nike ID you can remake these, so I'm thinking about possibly getting another pair of these. They won't be exact Laser Blues, but they might be good for a comparison to see what you can do with Nike ID versus what Nike actually puts out. Alright, well, I think that's about all I got to say for the beginning of this, so let's get over to the QC and talk about it. The QC on these Laser Blues was fantastic when I first got them. I wore them 2 or 3 times, and then for whatever reason I put them in the box and forgot about them. After they'd sat in the box for a while, they started to fall apart, and now they've got all these creases in the midsoles, and you see small cracks appearing in the blue on the midsole around the air bubble, and the air bubble being slightly foggy on the inside. I really don't think that counts to being anything bad QC wise, seeing it's a 12-year-old shoe and it's been worn. Any other shoe these would be big problems, but on this being a 12-year-old shoe, like I said, it's nothing to worry about really. I think if you got a pair that was nearly dead stock and just kept on top of wearing them and made them a somewhat everyday shoe, you'd get lots of wear out of them. Doing like I did and wearing them a few times and putting them in the box for a year or two and forgetting about them really doesn't help them. That's where you start to get lots of these problems because, as most of you would understand, the shoes need lots of pressure put down on them to keep the midsoles together because Nike uses a cheap foam. You don't wear them a lot and you just wear them a couple times and it puts cracks and creases for moisture to get in and then they start to crumble. Same thing happens with all the Jordans. I don't know why they don't use a more industrial foam that's better to hold them together. But anyway, as you can see, this left foot looks really good. The right foot also looks good, but the slightly worn different. I don't quite know how that happens, but the right foot has more cracks around the blue midsole, the left foot not so much. Yo, real quick guys, go down and drop a like, subscribe, leave a comment if you're enjoying the video, and then hop over to my bio and go check out my TikTok and Instagram. Usernames are on the screen or links are in my bio. Go check it out. Alright, back to the video. The left shoe's really the better looking pair in my opinion. It hasn't got as many problems with it from wear, it just looks really nice. It'd be really good to put on a shelf, but like I said before, the right shoe's got some more damage here and there. The left shoe looks a lot better. You can see the left shoe has a nearly perfect midsole just on the rear of it. It has a couple cracks in the white, but aside for that, it's in pretty good nick. The left shoe is fantastic in my opinion for being 12 years old and worn. This shoe's really held together where the right one's just crumbling and not wearable anymore, but they're really good to sit on the shelf. I think they're a cool item to have to look at. You know, they're not quite the 1990 ones, but 2010 was still a good year for the Air Max and lots of sneakerheads still wear their 2010s now. Lots of people get away more with wearing the infrareds than the Laser Blues, so I don't know what it is, but the infrareds seem to hold together a lot better than these do. These just look better in my opinion. The blue just really pops. All the white's nice with that black bar down the middle. It's really good looking shoe within the grey suede tick. I personally wouldn't get infrareds over these. If you already have infrareds, well, sell them and get these in my opinion. But no, overall I would get a pair of these, even the 2010 ones. Cop or drop, really, I think these are 100% a cop. I don't even think you gotta mess around with getting 2022s or whatever. I think the 2010s are such a great pair and they just look so good. I think they're 100% worth putting in the collection to put on the shelf. Even if you get a pair that isn't wearable, they just look so good and the materials are so nice and they just really pop in a collection of M90s. They really go well if you have a pair of infrareds to put next to them. The red and blue contrast just looks fantastic. It's almost like police police sirens, but I just love the look. I think the laser blues are definitely the way to go, and I think the 2010 laser blues are better than all the other releases. I think if there's any pair to get to put on the shelf that actually will hold together unlike the 1990s, it's definitely the 2010s. And if you can get a somewhat unworn pair, you could probably get them to where you could wear them. If you got a pair that's been worn a fair few times, it's probably not worth it because they'll start to crumble under your feet. But they're just such a nice looking shoe. I 100% recommend adding a pair to your collection. So I definitely think anyone wearing a pair should get them. Now I'm going to flick it over to some B-roll though so you can have a real in-depth look at the shoe. Peace out.